Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and we have to better explore Magicant, preferably without dying this time. So let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, there was something in my teeth and I just picked it out. If you check and not talk to these red plants, you will get an item called a red weed. And if you take them to a certain spot in Magicant, you can actually turn them into magic herbs. I didn't mention it in the last part, but the big bag is a bag full of magic herbs. It contains like 30 of them, and let's see if I can redeem myself while doing that. The magic bag, or the big bag, is an item that holds like 30 or so magic herbs, and that magic herbs heal between 20 and 30 HP. So they're pretty helpful, especially if you don't have PSI and you just need to heal up a bit. It's like the equivalent of a life up alpha, and you can do it a whole bunch of times. The funny thing is though that even though I got the big bag, I never use it a single time in this Let's Play, whereas I was using it all the time in my very first playthrough. Partially because I was trying to save PSI for Nintendo, but that really doesn't work out because you don't use as much of Nintendo's PP. Also, when you die, you lose all your PP, so you might want to go to the person with the white plus sign on their house in order to heal that right up after you die. Anyways, these are the dad's eyes. They have the basic attack, and they can also fly into a rage and raise their offense by a bit. So really not that bad. And the guy that's following us right there, the man with the beak, he can basically, he's an extra hit. He's kind of like the teddy bear in Earthbound, whereas he'll just take a bunch of damage for you. Thing is, I'm trying to remember how you get the Benevolent Old Man to show up. I'm pretty sure you use telepathy. Problem is, I don't have any PP, so I need to go all the way back to Magicant, which actually isn't that far, but still. So I have to go all the way back, heal up my PP, and then come on back here. So yeah, like I said, you just want to kind of make sure you're healed up before you go anywhere. Next up, we have the Mom's Eyes. It has your basic attack, except that basic attack is continuous, meaning that it'll hit twice, but it just basically does 9 damage twice, or however much damage. It's basically whatever its attack is times 2. Which it would have done 18 damage to the Flying Man, but luckily he dodged once. Also, doesn't matter if the Flying Man dies. You could just go back there and get another one, but they aren't that great. I mean, they're helpful, but they're nothing to go out of your way for. In fact, I completely forgot about the Flying Man, and then I just randomly showed up in the house, and I was like, okay, I'll show this off. If I didn't randomly run into them, I would have not shown them. Anyways, next up we have the Big Widow, which will attack you. You can also use some seed attack, I think, which will lower your offense and defense, which is really bad when he bursts into flame randomly and does a whole bunch of damage to everybody and kills your Flying Man. But after that he disappeared. He's kind of like the territorial oak in Earthbound, but he does give a nice bit of experience for killing him. And we're just going to quickly life up, maybe? No? I think I'll be fine. Why was I looking? I don't even know. Anyways. So yeah, go into the house with the plus sign, go ahead, talk to them, heal up, and now you're full on HP and PP again. So yeah, now we can go telepathy the fountain and get what we need. You can also use the red weeds in the fountain and turn them into a magic herb, if I didn't mention that earlier. And, well, we have the Big Widow, now we have the regular Widow. They have a basic attack, and they could also sow their seeds to create another one. So they can give quite a bit of experience if you get enough of them to show up. However, it's completely random whether they do or don't. Don't constantly wait for them to show up. I mean, there will be other battles to fight, but if you can get 3 of them, that's a nice little bonus. Which I just did, so I'm going to get a whole bunch of experience points from this battle. However, I'm also going to take more damage, and if I continue to miss, then I'll take even more damage, hooray. Kinda look like Pinocchio with the nose. I mean, plus they're made out of wood, although they don't really look like Pinocchio otherwise, it's just the perfectly cylindrical wood. It sowed its seed. Silence. I found that humorous for whatever reason. So they take about 2. Oh, stop missing. Okay, well at least he missed 2, but we're still stretching out this battle by a whole bunch of time and more silence. Except not really, because there's me talking and then there's the music playing. So it's not exactly the most silence ever, but I did get 120 experience points and a level up. So we're now level 12. That's pretty good for this part of the game. Means that I won't really have to grind. I'd say it'd be up about level 10 to 13. Okay, why am I taking forever on this screen? There we go. Okay, there we go. Well then, I guess I was super happy that my HP increased by 4. Also, we're going the wrong way. I'm just kind of forgetting where the fountain is a little bit. But really, if you just go diagonally up left from the Magicant town, then you'll hit a river, follow that river to the left, and you'll find the fountain easily. I'm just taking forever to get there for whatever reason. And now we have the regular Watcher. We have the dad's eyes, the mom eyes, and now we have these guys. They just basically have a basic attack, and that's pretty much it. They're kind of like the slightly stronger goblins for this area. Going to go ahead and life up because I've gotten beaten up a bit in this area while searching for the Fountain of Youth. And now we have the magic snails. Quite possibly the most annoying enemy in this area, for the fact that they have a really high defense. And they also seem to get a whole bunch of smash attacks. At least on me. I mean, really, they don't do much damage anyways. The first one did 4 times as much damage. So I'm going to go ahead and risk it and do just barely enough damage. And by barely enough, I mean not that much at all. Didn't do anything, really. If you have time, like if you have the turn, you could use offense up in order to do more damage. However, it's kind of risky and it kind of wastes a turn. These guys get a lot easier, obviously, once you level up a bit, but for now, they're probably the most difficult enemies in the area. Along with the big widows, you want to make sure you have enough HP for their explosion attack, otherwise they'll kill you anyways, even though you technically won the battle. You really didn't because of that last attack. And now I only have 3 HP, and now I'm dead. So guess what? I went all the way there to get the PP for nothing. If anything, I just got to show off some enemies and gain experience. So I've died twice in Magicant. Go me! Yeah, this is the thing. Okay, also, while on the way back to the fountain once again, oh, I actually got the, yeah, if you get into a fight with a Groucho, and he says hello and then walks away, you'll get 100 experience points and he won't attack you or anything. If you don't, well then you'll have to fight him, you'll get like 3 experience points for beating him. It's really weird. And also we had a 4 eyes right there. Not exactly sure what they do. I think they just got a basic attack and that's it. I could have sworn they did something else though. So anyways, now we can finally use telepathy. The Benevolent Old Man shows up, and he's basically your ATM for the area, and holy crap, we have a lot of money. Now, you're going to need, I know I said you wouldn't have to really grind here. You do want to grind money though. You want to have enough money to buy 3 equip items, which are basically going to be your armor for the entire game. So you want to make sure you get those as soon as possible. And plus the extra levels would be nice as well. Doesn't take all that long to make money here. A lot of the enemies drop quite a bit. Doesn't take all that long. We don't want to buy a magic herb. We can get those for free. I didn't show it, but you can put the red weed in the fountain. I know I've said that before, but just saying it again. Because I saw the magic herb, I remembered, and I'm going to keep the red weed in my bag until I eventually get rid of it. But anyways, we want to buy a magic coin, which costs a lot of money. Each of these costs over $1,000, except the, I believe it's the talisman. But all these things will increase our defense by a lot. And now we can easily fight things like the snails and the big widow because they do a lot less damage. Okay, we want to buy the gold ring, which is where the bulk of our money is going to go. And I also need about $500 to get the last equipable item. So let's just go ahead and attach the gold ring to Ninten. And again, these are the best armors that you can get in the game aside from one thing that you can find in a dungeon. But other than that, really, there isn't much equips. There isn't much items to equip in the game. I mean, this is pretty much it for armor. You just then have a choice of these pendants and the repel ring, which will give you less enemy encounters. I don't really suggest it, because you're just going to end up grinding more, and, well, grinding's not going to be fun. As much if you have the repel ring as well, because you'll run into enemies less. So where am I going? I believe I'm going to drop off a couple more things. And I also need to make $500 for a pendant. Now I'm going to make... Okay, so I went off, grinded a bit, and yeah. I have $700 exactly. And now I can buy the fire pendant. In my opinion, the fire pendant is the best. Well, I was trying to remember which one. I believe it's the fire pendant. It's the one that I'm going to use. Mainly because PSI Fire will hit all of your party members at once, whereas all the other ones would hit only one. PSI Fire can hit all three at the exact same time, and it just seems like more enemies use PSI Fire. At least in my opinion, I seem to get hit by more PSI Fire. Well, then again, I didn't get hit by much fire or anything in the slightest, so, oh well, just have it just in case. So there's a riddle. We can use telepathy to see the answer, but he has no idea what the riddle is yet. We will never know. He never comes up with the riddle. I guess the riddle is use telepathy, and I did, and I won. And now we're in Magicant Castle, and I love the music in this area. It is a pretty nice tune. And this place is a bit of a maze. That's where we actually want to go, but first we have to raid their treasure. Because, you know, that's what every RPG hero does, whether it's break their pots, or talk to presents, apparently, or steal a person's money out of their bookcase, you know. Okay, antidote, not really useful. I need more space for items, so going to get rid of that. There's a flash dark, which is the opposite of a flashlight, funny enough. Like, really, I don't even remember what this thing does. It's probably one of those in-battle effect items that I never use. Oh well, it's not necessary. It kind of sounds like it's a key item. However, that is not the case, luckily. And now we have 4 more treasure chests. So we're going to need to get rid of some more items. We can drop the flash dark. We have another antidote I saw. We could get rid of that later on. We got a bullhorn. That'll raise... I think that'll lower your enemy's offense or something. Again, it's one of those in-battle effect items that are useless. Get another magic herb, which will heal about 20 to 30 HP. Nothing good still. So now we have a big bag which holds 20 to 30 magic herbs. And 2 more magic herbs. Okay, that present was empty. What a letdown. And we got another antidote, which we don't need. So I have just enough item space. Because there's one last room with 6 treasure chests. However, you can only open 1. So I'm going to go ahead, drop that antidote, and open this treasure chest. Or talk to it. Now I'm going to open it. And we get a boomerang. And all of them magically open. I suggest getting the boomerang because it'll save you about $1,000. And you can use that weapon on a different character later on. I won't spoil who that is, but, you know, just keep it in Nintendo's inventory for now. And now I have to remember how to get back to the place with the red carpet, even though I was just there. Come on, this is... Oh, there we go. Haha. So, yep, just follow the carpet, talk to this girl. Hello. Yep, everybody is my friend. Except for the snails, and the watchers, and the mom's eyes, and the dad's eyes, and the 4 eyes. And the... big widows and the widows, you know, those things are all trying to kill me. And the Rabiadette. How could I forget the Rabiadette? Sorry, my throat had been... Oh man, I only had a minute to go. I probably could have made it. My throat was just killing me. Really, it's just my throat that's bugging me now for the most part. I have a bit of a runny nose, but that's it. Anyways. So, yep, finally, we're done here. We know the story of why we need to get these melodies. And now we have a field full of wells, and I was just about to go into the right one, but I forgot. For whatever reason, I remember the right well being down there. That is not the case. It's actually one of the top ones. Okay, so with all the grinding, we're now 3 levels higher. We can do like 10 more damage, and with all those defensive items, the magic snail is no longer a problem. I think they could possibly approach you like the alligators and do more damage because of that. However, it just takes their turn and it won't be all too bad either. Also have about 100 HP. So we really are set. I mean, level 15 is a good level. You got all the defensive items. You're good to go. Now then, can I remember which well it is? All these are fake except one. And one of these will lead to the way out. It's kind of jerkish how they have all these wells all over the place and only one's real. And it's just a guessing game as you get attacked by random enemies. But at least I finally beat a magic snail, so I can call this episode a victory. If I could please find the right well. I now have it burned in my memory which one it is. If I could just find it, that would be helpful. So now let's try every single well. Nope. Could have sworn it was that. And there we go. Anyways, see you next time. That was a rather sudden cut. Oh well. See you all next time.